This is what $2.1 billion looks like after 1 year of construction. The new Nissan Stadium in Nashville has gone from a massive parking lot to something that's already changing the city's skyline. And the transformation is absolutely incredible. When the Tennessee Titans broke ground on February 29, 2024, many people had serious doubts about this project. The controversy was huge, the price tag was massive, and critics predicted delays and cost overruns. But 1 year later, the reality is completely different from what anyone expected. This stadium is not just on track, it's actually ahead of schedule in some areas. Let me show you exactly what's happening on this construction site. The numbers are mind-blowing. Right now, there are 850 workers on this site every single week. During peak construction periods, that number jumps to 1,700 people working around the clock. The scale of this operation is unlike anything Nashville has ever seen. The foundation work is completely done. All 767 foundation piers have been drilled and secured deep into the ground. That's the backbone of this entire structure, and it's finished. On top of that foundation, they've poured thousands of yards of concrete, creating the base for what will become a 60,000-seat stadium. But here's where it gets really impressive. They're now installing 2,400 total pieces of precast concrete, setting approximately 20 pieces per day. Each piece weighs several tons and has to be placed with perfect precision. Just in the past couple of weeks, they started the steel phase of the project. The first few beams of steel have now been laid onto the building. This is a huge milestone, because steel construction means the stadium is moving from foundation work to the actual structure that fans will see. 4 massive cranes are working in different parts of the construction site. They've all been connected for coordinated work. The elevated concrete decks that will become the main concourses where fans walk around are already taking shape. You can actually see the bowl structure of the stadium forming. If you saw this site a year ago, it was just a flat parking lot next to the current Nissan Stadium. Today, it looks like a small city under construction. Concrete columns are rising up from the ground, steel beams are being connected, and you can actually start to imagine what this place will look like when it's finished. By the end of 2025, the stadium will be enclosed. That means in just 18 months from now, this project will go from dirt to a fully covered structure. The 338,000 square foot roof, made of ETFE material, will be installed, protecting everything inside from Nashville's weather. The 21-foot tall wraparound halo display is being built into the structure right now. This video board will be about 40,000 square feet total, wrapping around the entire stadium. It's going to be one of the most advanced video systems in the NFL. Now let's talk about the part that stirred some controversy. This stadium cost $2.1 billion, and the Tennessee Titans are only paying $810 million of that. That's just 38.6% of the total cost. Where's the rest of the money coming from? Taxpayers. $500 million is coming directly from the state of Tennessee. Officials keep saying it's not taxpayer money. But that doesn't make sense. The state gets its money from taxes. So this is definitely taxpayer funding. Another $760 million is coming from revenue bonds issued by the Metro Sports Authority. These bonds will be paid back using taxes collected at the stadium itself, plus money from Nashville's 1% hotel tax that guests pay when they stay in the city. This makes it the largest stadium subsidy in United States history. The Buffalo Bills got a lot of attention for their public funding, but this Nashville deal makes that look small. A poll by the Beacon Center showed that 61% of Tennessee residents disagree with using state money for this stadium. That's almost 2/3 of the people saying no to this deal, but the project is moving forward anyway. Here's something that makes this whole situation even more controversial. The current Nissan Stadium was built in 1999. That makes it 26 years old when the new one opens. The average age of NFL stadiums is 28 years old, which means Nashville is replacing a stadium that's actually newer than average. So why replace it? The answer isn't about safety or structural problems. It's about the lease agreement signed in 1996. That contract says the city has to provide a first-class stadium. Instead of renovating the current stadium, which would cost between $1.75 and $1.95 billion, they decided to build a completely new one. The real reason might be simpler. A brand new $2.1 billion stadium increases the value of the Tennessee Titans franchise. The team owners get a brand new facility while paying less than 40% of the cost. From their perspective, it's an incredible deal. Despite all the controversy, this stadium will have some impressive features. The roof will be permanently closed, protecting fans from Nashville's hot summers and unpredictable weather. The seating capacity will be 60,000, which is 10,000 fewer seats than the current stadium, but the design brings fans much closer to the action. The stadium will host Tennessee Titans games, Tennessee State University football games, and community activities. There will be a 12,000 square foot community space that's supposed to be available year-round for Nashville residents. The design includes several bars and lounges with views of the field, exterior terraces with panoramic views of Nashville, and social spaces for fans to gather during games. It's being marketed as a potential venue for the Super Bowl and other major sporting events, such as the NCAA Final Four and college football playoffs. Construction is moving swiftly, and the stadium is on schedule for a February 2027 opening. The concrete structure will reach its full height by mid-year, followed shortly by the topping out of the steel frame. In the second half of 2026, work will focus on completing the roof and installing all the finishing touches, like windows, metal panels, and interior systems. The playing surface will be artificial turf, despite safety concerns from the NFL Players Association. Once the new stadium opens in 2027, the current Nissan Stadium will be demolished. Most plans suggest the old site will become a large parking lot for the new stadium, though some people have suggested it could become a baseball stadium if Nashville ever gets a Major League Baseball team. After 1 year, the new Nissan Stadium proves that even the most controversial projects can succeed when there's enough money behind them. The construction is on time, on budget, and the results are impressive. But the real question isn't whether they can build it. Clearly they can. The question is, are Nashville taxpayers getting a good deal? Or are they getting ripped off? With 61% of Tennessee residents opposed to public funding, that debate is far from over. By 2027, Nashville will have one of the most advanced stadiums in the NFL. Whether it was worth $2.1 billion and the largest stadium subsidy in American history, well, that's something Nashville will be figuring out for the next 30 years. What do you think about Nashville's massive stadium investment? Is it worth the controversy? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more stadium updates and sports construction content.